And I do have the privilege of being the chair of the Sydney Alliance housing team. And if you were here earlier, you would have seen me putting out a lot of chairs. Just in summing up, I just want to thank particularly everyone who has contributed from the front tonight, particularly for Nadine, Les, Stephen and Pretty, for having the courage to share their stories with us. That's been very moving for many of us, hasn't it? We've also seen the depths of commitment from all of you, from the roll call of all the organisations and people that are here tonight to stand up for this call for a greater level of commitment to affordable housing in Sydney. We've heard from other experts like Professor Bill Randolph and Dr. Tim Williams about how other global cities have acted decisively and urgently to address the lack of affordable housing. We want to thank you, Minister, for coming along and being brave and bold with us tonight, and we do respect you and we do want to work with you. I also want to remind you that in this year of record supply, which, yes, we realise that is part of the solution, but in this year of record supply we have seen another 13.5% increase in the value of land and housing. And so it certainly does not solve the problem. We still feel that the answer is not simply more housing, it's greater supply of affordable rental housing. Because many of the people that are now even up to moderate income earners cannot ever contemplate actually purchasing their own home any longer. Also, I'd like to challenge you, Minister, about the councils. And I believe that there is not simply a reluctance from councils to pass the supply of affordable housing in their local government areas. In fact, we've been working closely with some of these councils. I have my office in Parramatta. I live in Parramatta and have lived there for most of my life. And I know that the council there does want to have much greater level of social and affordable housing within that community. They have, for the last 8 years, done their best with a voluntary planning agreement. In 8 years, guess how many units of housing that are affordable they've been able to implement in 8 years? 7. 7 units. I have a 55-storey tower being built across the road from my office. 55 stories, that's hundreds of units. There is 1 unit of affordable housing in that tower. 1. And so, Minister, we have a problem. And so we are standing up tonight and saying, we want solutions to these problems, and pointing the finger at each other isn't going to help. We need strong policies that lead to action. And thank you also, Sarah Hill, the CEO of the Greater Sydney Commission, coming along tonight. We want to thank you for your answers and for your thoughtfulness. But once again, we are a little bit astounded that there are no numbers for projections. We would love to see some of those numbers, because if you're still talking about hundreds, then Sydney is going to have massive problems, absolutely massive problems. And we hope that it's still not even thousands, because even if it's thousands, you know, I've been in this game now for quite a number of years, and we've had various iterations of different incentives for affordable housing. Some of them small, some of them bigger, but even the bigger ones I still call small. Why? Because when we look over our shoulders, the things that we were so excited about at the time and keeping so busy about, we look over our shoulder and the problem in the community has actually gotten significantly worse. And that's happening right now at an accelerating rate. And so we would love to see some of those projections, and we're also looking forward to seeing some proposals about the build to rent and what sort of possible impact that may have. We also know that early intervention and the supply of an affordable home reduces the burden on many other sectors of the economy, including health, education and the justice systems. We've listened to the pressures and the process constraints under which the Greater Sydney Commission has to work and some of the technical barriers it still needs to overcome. And tonight we've been listening closely to Minister Roberts, hoping there has been some sort of positive shift as he considers our very concrete asks. Minister, we do want you to sleep well. And we believe that you will sleep much better if we take some more affirmative steps to deal with housing affordability. We want to thank Your Grace for hosting us tonight. Thank you very much for letting us play in your backyard. And we want to thank you for your message of encouragement and your leadership in this area. Thank you to all the other leaders from around all of our community groups, faith groups, trade unions. It's very unusual that we can come together around such an important topic. Finally, I just want to say, go the Blues. The kick-off is about to start. We want to thank you for coming tonight. Hopefully there might still be some food leftovers on your way out. Have a safe journey home. We look forward to keeping in touch with you because we are all here for the long haul. Are you with me? Thank you.